Welcome to the plant-based holiday feast. Today we're taking a classic favorite and giving it a plant-based makeover that is going to make your taste buds dance. Get ready for the crunchiest, mouth-watering, buttermilk fried oyster mushrooms. Fried food lovers, you're in for a treat. I'm going to show you how to transform these tender oyster mushrooms into a crispy, savory delight. No need for meat when you've got this delicious option on your plate. I can't wait to guide you through this recipe, sharing all the secrets to achieving that perfect golden crispiness. These buttermilk fried oyster mushrooms are a game changer for plant-based comfort food. I'm going to start off by separating and washing my mushrooms. So these oyster mushrooms come in a cluster, and luckily the clusters kind of rip off because it's so delicate. So I'm just going to rip them off into bigger chunks, and we're just going to keep ripping to our desired thickness that we would want for our buttermilk fried oyster mushrooms, and then we're going to wash them. And we're not going to put too much water or soak them for too long into the water because they will absorb that water and then your mushrooms will lack flavor. So we're going to wash them and quickly dry them. My oyster mushrooms are washed and dried now. I'm going to make my buttermilk. So in this container I have some plant milk, which is almond milk. And then I'm going to take some apple cider vinegar and put it into our milk to make it into a buttermilk. So I'm gonna let that set for just a few seconds. Just gonna stir it up. And then I'm going to add in my spices, which is some salt, white pepper, onion, garlic, smoked paprika, and cayenne pepper. And then we're going to pour our seasoned buttermilk over our oyster mushrooms so that they can soak up all of that flavor. We're going to let this marinate for a little while we work on our batter. Just for some added help, I'm going to get my hands in there too and just move the mushrooms around in my buttermilk just to make sure that it is soaking up all of the milk and the seasonings that I put in there. At this point, you could turn on your flame to preheat your oil for frying, and now I'm going to work on the flour that's going to coat my mushroom. So right now in here I have some all-purpose flour, baking powder, and some cornstarch. So the key to having a crispy, crunchy coating would be the cornstarch and the baking powder. There's a science behind it. Do I know what it is specifically? No, but I do know that it does make things crispy. So if you're ever wanting to have more crispiness to your mushrooms or anything else, add in cornstarch, add in baking powder. So I'm just going to stir those three things together. And then I'm going to add in my seasonings and spices, which is some salt, oregano, garlic, onion, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. And just stir that together too. The key for the perfect oyster mushroom is to make sure every step is seasoned. It is very important because who doesn't like seasonings, right? So now we just wait for our oil to heat up. For my fry station setup, I have my oyster mushrooms, and then I have my seasoned flour, my oil, and then I have a sheet pan with paper towel to catch any excess oil from my mushrooms and the tongs to get it out of the hot oil. I like to set up my station where it is cohesive and it makes sense. So it's going from right to left to above me, and then that's it. My oil is now hot, so I'm going to take one of my oyster mushrooms, dip it into my flour, and knock off any excess flour, and slowly put it into my hot oil. Oyster mushrooms are actually a good source of protein because they contain all the essential amino acids, and it also has antioxidants in it, reducing the risk of chronic disease. And it also also helps boost the immune system. So I'm just gonna keep on coating my oyster mushrooms with my flour and frying them up until we're done. These mushrooms are coming out nice and crispy and golden. I just wanted to bring it up safely and show you guys kind of like a texture shot. And also this pan's kind of hot, but see if we can get a sound. Nice and crispy. I hope you enjoyed these oyster mushrooms as much as I do. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're feeling extra generous this holiday season, hit that link in my description for my plant-based holiday feast e-cookbook that features all the recipes that I'm showing in this series, plus a bonus recipe for my favorite butternut squash soup. See you next time.